It's the $1 Million Organizer Show, tips for professional union organizers. Win more campaigns, balance work and family, and leave the competition in the dust. Now here's your host, Bob Odie.
Hello, union organizers and future union organizers. Welcome to podcast episode number 45. Today's topic, leafleting like a pro. You've got this burning issue, and you need to get the word out to the public. So you type up a 300-word flyer, all text, black and white, and you hand it out, expecting people to read it. And they don't read it. It shouldn't be any surprise to you if you listen to this show for any length of time. People have a lot of things on their minds. There are so many distractions these days. We're bombarded with messages of all kinds, online and offline. We're literally trained to ignore advertisements. And speaking of advertisements, this show is sponsored by gethiredasaunionorganizer.com. That's gethiredasaunionorganizer.com. The new online training course for troublemakers like yourself. Go to gethiredasaunionorganizer.com. To leaflet like a pro, we've got to break down our headline to 7 words or less, or perhaps a few bullet points. And we've talked about this before in previous episodes. Now, how do you get the flyer in their hot little hands? You could hand it to them at the gate or the driveway. Think of a short and concise rap you can say every time you hand them a flyer. Separate the copies so you can easily grab one at a time. Make eye contact and be assertive. And don't forget to smile. There was one campaign I remember where management literally set up trash cans inside a store for customers to place the leaflets once inside. This is where that short and concise rap came in handy. The customers already got the message and knew our demands by the time managers took the flyers away from them. Look for creative ways to get the message read. Tape them up in bathroom stalls using blue tape. Leave them in conspicuous places. Place them in people's inbox or on their desk. Bulletin boards, inside newspapers. Of course, you can supplement and even reinforce your message by geofencing the area or target online advertising. Now, as far as materials, I prefer using 4x6 full-color postcards on cardstock, as I found these are more attractive than regular flyers. They're easier for people to place in their pockets. They don't have to fold anything up. Make sure anything that you have printed includes a union label. Once they're designed and printed, now the work really begins. Leaflets don't do us any good sitting on our desk or in a box in our office. We've got to get out there and distribute them around town in strategic places. It's always disheartening at the end of a political campaign to see a dumpster full of full-color leaflets and brochures tossed in the trash because they didn't get distributed. What a waste. Similarly, finding an organizer handing out folded and bent or dirty leaflets and outdated flyers that are colorless and boring, also disheartening. Maybe these have been sitting in their car since the last campaign or who knows when. Let's talk about leafleting cars. There's an art to it. Walk to the furthest point and work your way back toward the entrance. Move quickly and methodically. Place your postcard on the driver's side windshield by gently sliding it under the wiper blade, or better yet, on the driver's side window between the glass and the lower weather strip. Now, sometimes you'll find that the weather strip is so old and tight that the postcard won't fit. In this case, slide it under the wiper blade on the windshield. The point is, there's no reason you should need to touch the vehicle with your hands. Where I live in California, people practically worship their cars, so I choose not to even touch their vehicle. Don't wear jackets with exposed zippers or a belt with a large belt buckle or anything that could possibly scratch paint. And if it might rain or it's too windy, hold off until the weather improves. Follow these tips to leaflet like a pro and get your message out to the public.
Thanks for listening. We hope that you'll subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Give us a 5-star review and let us know what you'd like to hear the $1 Million Organizer talk about. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram @Union Organizer. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.